market analysis. This new week actually ushers us into the month of April, so happy new month in advance. I hope the previous week went well for you. For the previous week, with the pairs that I forecasted, the moves came later into the week, or they met my expectations and then they got stuck. So it wasn't really a juicy week for me with the pairs that I forecasted over the weekend. So I had to look elsewhere for volatility. Let us go over those pairs before we come on to these ones that we have for this week. So for last week we had the Euro GBP, the NZD CHF, and the NZD JPY on the watch list. For the Euro GBP, I was looking at a close below the trend line and also an additional close below this horizontal level, and that only happened on Friday when it was too late. And for the NZD CHF as well, I was looking for price to break or hold on this level, and it actually held beautifully on this level, but it came to retest the trend line and it was stuck here. For the NZD JPY, it did a false break of the level that I was expected and fell back to trade within range and did another retest also, but then it got stuck. So it wasn't really a juicy week for me at all, as I had to look elsewhere. For the coming week, the pairs that are on the watch list are the GBPJPY, the GBPCHF, and the AUDUSD. Beginning with the GBPJPY, we can see a market that has been on a steady rise since the 18th of March, and out of this steady rise has emanated a rising wedge pattern. So we have this rising wedge to deal with in the coming week, as long as the GBPJPY keeps trading within the rising wedge. There will only be much to do, but then a break above this double resistance would render this pair bullish, or a break and especially a retest below the support of the wedge, which comes in at the 132.315 level, would render this pair bearish also. So for the GBPJPY, I'll be on the lookout for the breakout either way, as long as it keeps trading within the wedge. There wouldn't be much to do, in my opinion. The counterpart of the GBPJPY is the GBPCHF, and it has a similar market movement. It has also been on a steady rise, but out of this steady rise on the GBPCHF has emanated a somewhat ascending triangle chart pattern. So for the trade idea on this one also would be to track the GBPJPY and the GBPCHF as they correlate, but on the technical aspect we would have these levels to deal with. GBPCHF has broken above the resistance of the triangle, and it is now it can be now identified as a bullish pair. But then to confirm a bullish bias over here, I'll be looking for an additional break of this level, which will be the previous week's high. That is the 1.19019, also acting as further resistance. A further break of this level would also be a bullish confirmation for me. Alternatively, this level was former resistance, but it is now acting as new support. In the coming week, if the GBPCHF is able to retrace back to this level and push up, the bulls will still be in control. But then if it breaks below this new support level, which comes in at the 1.1713 area, then the bears of the GBPCHF would take over this pair. But all things being equal, track the GBPJPY and the GBPCHF together to strike a profitable trade. For the AUDUSD, it has a similar market movement to that of the GBPJPY, but it is not as clean as the GBPJPY. This pair found support mid-March, and it has also been on a steady rise. So for the AUDUSD too, as long as this pair keeps trading within this market structure, which looks like a channel or a wedge, there wouldn't be much to do. The support has only 2 touches, but the resistance has somewhat been well established. So I'll begin with my trade idea from the resistance level, which is a double resistance. Also, we have a diagonal resistance and a horizontal resistance, and the confluence also comes in at the 0.61985 level. So in the coming week, if you have a break above this level, the bulls could take control. Or another way to look at this pair is also another retest to this level for the AUDUSD to go down. For the support level of this structure, on the third touch approach, the market would either hold on this level or break and retest this level for the bears to take over. The idea is to not trade the AUDUSD within the structure, but trade the breakout. One thing I left out of the GBPJPY forecast is that the downside to this trade idea are false breaks, and the same thing would apply here. The downside to this trade idea would be a false break of the resistance or a false break of this support level. So these are the parameters I'll be looking at for the coming week. I wish you a profitable trading week.